Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to NoDQ&A video right here on NoDQ.com, as well as the YouTube channel and NoDQ&A videos affiliate, RingsideNews.com. It is a very busy Wednesday evening here on NoDQ.com. A lot going on in the world of wrestling right now. NXT TakeOver just concluded with a huge ending to the show. I'm going to address that in a second here. Also, another big story relates to TNA wrestling and their future. Got your questions here from spring.me/Aaron Rift. And of course, stay tuned to NoDQ.com for all the latest developments going on in TNA and WWE. First question comes from Creature13. What was your favorite match from TakeOver? Mine would be Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch. I think I agree with you on that. I think that Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch really surprised a lot of people. Well, maybe not, because NXT has consistently delivered with the women's matches. Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch had a really good match, on par with some of the best male matches from 2015. It's almost there, as good as the best of the best in WWE over the past year. It was really something else, and also, I enjoyed the opening match, Finn Balor versus Tyler Breeze. Balor winning and becoming the #1 contender for the NXT title. Finn Balor, in my opinion, he has the tools. He has everything that it will take to become a major star in WWE. He has the look, the entrance, the music, and the in-ring ability. I mean, he really is a total package. The guy has it all. I think he's going to be huge in WWE. And this was just another impressive showcase from him. And, of course, the big angle on the show, got this question here. After seeing Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens face-to-face, I'm excited to see them fight. How about you? Absolutely. That was a tremendous end to the show. And there's been the speculation for weeks now about Samoa Joe. And sure enough, he showed up at the very end, coming to the aid of Sami Zayn and facing off with Kevin Owens. The crowd just going absolutely nuts, chanting holy shit, and then Kevin Owens eventually just backs off, and that's the end of the show. And I actually like that they were teasing a confrontation, but then it didn't go anywhere. Kevin Owens just walked away, and it's just a little bit of a tease to make you want to see them finally go blow to blow. I like the fact that WWE saved that and there wasn't any kind of real physical altercation between the two of them. Really well done. Great debut for Samoa Joe in WWE, and definitely looking forward to the upcoming NXT shows. Moving on here from NXT, let's talk about the big TNA news story from CPW 1978. Hey Aaron, your thoughts on the rumors of TNA being canceled? If any, what talent may have the best shot at signing with WWE? What potential does a TNA demise lend to GFW's building? Well, to me, this is certainly not good news. And yes, it has not been officially confirmed by Destination America. This is a report by Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer that TNA is going to be canceled by Destination America in the fall. And let's face it, all the pieces are adding up. It's not looking good for TNA. The fact that the other shows, when Destination America picked up TNA, there were several shows in addition to the main Impact Wrestling show, and those shows were canceled. And there's been reports about TNA and how the ratings haven't exactly been stellar, and they have been decent. By Destination America standards, the ratings have been decent, but the problem that's being reported is that advertisers do not want to pay money to have ads on Impact Wrestling broadcasts. And that's a problem for Destination America. It becomes a situation where it's not financially feasible for Impact Wrestling to be on Destination America. And it's just not good business for Destination America to continue working with TNA. And right now, it's all up in the air. I mean, nothing has been officially announced yet, but it's certainly not looking good. And with all the other reports about people not being paid and Eric Bischoff and Jason Hervey filing a lawsuit against TNA for not being paid, all the little pieces are adding up. And I don't know what to say. If TNA loses Destination America, it's pretty much the end for TNA. I don't know where they'll go if Destination America isn't happy with TNA. What other network is going to pick up TNA? So this very well could be the end for TNA as we know it. And of course, it's sad to see people lose their jobs, and hopefully GFW takes off. If TNA is going under, hopefully another promotion will rise up from the ashes and will become a major force in the industry. So, I am definitely rooting for GFW to succeed. I really want to see a new promotion do well and see guys be able to work and get paid and be able to do what they love to do. So I am definitely rooting for GFW, and I'm definitely considering going to the first TV taping in July to show my support. So I'm guessing if things go south with TNA, definitely a lot of those guys will end up in GFW. And as far as who ends up in WWE, I mean, we saw Samoa Joe debut, but beyond Joe and maybe a few other guys like Bobby Roode, I just don't think WWE is going to pick up that many guys. But time will tell. There's always opportunity, and I think part of the problem is there's a negative stigma attached to TNA, and that's why WWE doesn't sign a lot of the former stars that used to work in TNA. But obviously with Joe, they make exceptions, and there may be a few more. We'll just have to wait and see. And this question comes from Pac-Man7. Hey Aaron, what would be your reaction if there was a U.S. Championship Open Challenge and the challenger was Kurt Angle? Just imagine the pop. Well, when I first got this question, I was actually going to say, no way it'll happen. And I still say it's unlikely that it'll happen, but now with all the uncertainty about TNA's future, let's just say for argument's sake that WWE brought back Kurt Angle. If he showed up in a U.S. Open Challenge, here's the thing. I think that in a city like Chicago or New York, it would be a tremendous reaction. But if it was a city like Richmond, Virginia, or Corpus Christi, Texas, or Beaumont, Texas, or Omaha, Nebraska, I think a sizable portion of the crowd would probably not know who Kurt Angle is. And I know that's hard for all of us to say that have been watching Kurt Angle for all these years, but you have to keep in mind there's a younger audience out there, and WWE hasn't exactly shown Kurt Angle a lot or acknowledged him on television. I think a lot of fans would not know who he is. It just depends on the city. But if it was a major city, no doubt it would be a major reaction, and it would be a special moment to see Kurt Angle come out and challenge John Cena. But there are just so many variables. Will John Cena still be U.S. champion by the time Kurt Angle can even possibly come into WWE? And then the other question is, will WWE even be interested in signing Kurt Angle? The fact that they didn't sign him several months ago when TNA was kind of in limbo, that tells you right there that there's not a whole lot of interest, and there's that concern about Kurt Angle's health and bringing him back and then something happening to him, the kind of negative publicity WWE would get for that, that would not be good for them. So as much as I'd like to see it happen, I really do feel it's a long shot. Highly unlikely in all likelihood, as I would say. All right, this one comes from Raw is War 98. Hey Aaron, could you see In Your House ever making a comeback? Maybe not as a weekly pay-per-view per se, but as a one-night event on the network like King of the Ring. Well, I think that would be a bit overkill. I could see WWE bringing back old pay-per-views perhaps. Maybe they'll do a few more specials this year. In Your House, I mean, that's kind of pushing it. I don't think In Your House was that significant of a pay-per-view to justify bringing it back. I mean, they could come up with any gimmick they want, and that includes bringing back In Your House to try and boost the numbers, but why not bring back another pay-per-view? Why not bring back Unforgiven or a pay-per-view that has a PG name at least? I don't know. So, I mean, they could. Don't think they will, but, I mean, it's certainly within the realm of possibility that, if they're that desperate for network subscriptions that they bring back an event like In Your House. But I really don't think it would make much of a difference. I mean, it's just a name. I mean, that's really all it is. So they could bring back In Your House or Judgment Day or any number of pay-per-view events that they had in the past they could bring back as a special. All right, got one more question here from Young EZ. Hey Aaron, huge fan of Neville and he's happy he's on the main roster. What's the big deal of keeping his first name? More importantly, why does he keep losing his matches? I get he looks good and he's already faced the champion, but don't wins mean anything? Well, last time I checked, he's won some matches. He beat King Barrett before he was King Barrett at Extreme Rules. He beat John Cena by DQ. He was possibly on the verge of pinning John Cena. So how much stronger can you make a guy when he is within 2 seconds of beating your top star? I think WWE's done a really good job with Neville. He is a rookie, so you would expect the rookie to be the underdog, and he's not going to win all of his matches. But all things considered, Neville has had some very strong showings in WWE since his debut. I think they've done a very good job with him. And I don't think it's bad that he loses matches at this stage of the game. Obviously, as the character continues to evolve and as he continues to develop, it'll be more important for him to win matches. But right now, he's a rookie, and if wrestling was real, the rookie would not win all the time. The rookie would be fighting and clawing and scratching his way to the top. So, you got to start at the bottom and slowly work your way up. So if Neville just came in and beat all the top guys, wouldn't be very realistic. It's better to build them up the way that they're doing it. I think it's just fine. Don't have any real issues with it. So that'll do it for this edition of NoDQ&A video. Thanks as always for watching. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com. A lot going on right now. Tons of news, tons of rumors. Full NXT results you can check out at NoDQ.com. And subscribe to the channel. Just posted the return of Talk Wrestling with Jeff Meacham. Got more videos coming up this weekend. A lot of content on the YouTube channel. YouTube.com/NoDQCAW. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And I will see you guys next time for another edition of NoDQ&A video.